G'day everyone, thank you for tuning in, I really appreciate it. Here's part one of our Lightning Ridge trip to Outback New South Wales. We were meant to go to Cairns originally, that was the plan, to do about a 12-day trip up to there, but Cairns had a tropical low hanging around. They had they've had the most rain they've had up there in 20 years, I think Moz was telling me. I was meant to go see a mate up there and have a camp out with him, but yeah. But of course, as soon as we headed south, the weather cleared up, Murphy's Law. We were meant to go to Broken Hill, that didn't happen either. So we ended up just going to Lightning Ridge. We sort of just did a 7-day loop around inner Queensland here, southern Queensland, and the Burnett region basically. We did a lap around that and northern New South Wales. First day it was raining, so I didn't really film anything. We got to Krakow from Brisbane. We went up through via Gayndah that way, Eidsvale to Krakow. Didn't film because it was raining, but I filmed the pub. Next day it was rain again. Got down to Taroom, tried to get across to Roma. The road was flooded there. So we ended up at Miles that night. That was the second night, and from Taroom down to Miles it was pouring rain. My cousins brought inadequate rain gear, so they were a bit sodden, a bit miserable, but in good spirits all in all. And yeah, so basically Roma, we got out to Roma from Miles on day 3, and it sort of rained half the day, bit drizzly, foggy. By the time we got to Roma, the weather was beautiful, cleared right up. So I basically got the GoPro out at Roma and started filming pretty much the rest of the trip as much as I could. And yeah, here's some of the footage from the trip so far. This will be part 1. Thank you. Well, here we are, guys, the Krakow pub. Unreal. What a great pub. It's my cousin's Harley's here. We have the Sport Glide and a big old fat boy. And these historic, these old buildings on the main street. They would be quite historic. Didn't film much today because it's just been pouring rain most of the day, but we're here. This is our first night stop, Krakow pub. Have a look at this joint. Unbelievable. Such a great old town. My cousins are up there. My cousin's father and my father grew up in this town as kids. Our grandfather had a timber mill out here back in the 30s. It's really... These old abandoned buildings are full of character, eh? It's got a real charm about it, this place. It's fantastic. Krakow Memorial, War Memorial, okay, lest we forget. Have a look at this old building, isn't this fantastic? How good is that, eh? You wait till you see the pub. The pub is just... It's a character all on its own, this pub up here, it's unbelievable. These old buildings are fantastic, but... Here's our Mary. A lot of gold mining history in Krakow. It's a bit of a gold rush town back in the 1800s and early 20th century. I think there'd have to be... What do you reckon? There's about 10 million signatures in here?
About. $10 million and one if I did that.
The old corrugated bar, corrugated iron on the bar with its slabs, so beautiful timber. That looks like big hunks of iron bark to me.
Indeed it is.
Very nice timber. Beautiful. Such an amazing pub. Nice old beer garden. There's just so much old antiques and stuff here. It's just incredible. Absolutely. Oh, that's an old mining. Little mining cart. Jeez, that is old. Wow. So much history here, this old pub. What a great pub, hey? It's just fantastic. I think this old chook here is as old as the pub. I'd have to say, you're the mangiest looking chicken I've ever seen. Look at that V-Strom, eh? It's got to be the sexiest bike here, surely. What a machine. Give you a little tour of our rooms. I'll show you the veranda first. TV and movies here if you want to watch some movies. Well, that goes out to the back veranda. It'll be nice and summer out here, that bed. Just brilliant, hey? Krakow is 600 kilometres northwest of Brisbane. Artwork's quite good too. This is me. Very old, period old room, isn't it? Old antique dresser. Old cast iron bed. Everything here is like turn of the century stuff. That's the showers down there. There you have it. I'll go out to the back veranda, I guess. There's Rolly's in his underwear. Put some pants on, Rolly. Look at Rolly's room, that's heaps better. Why did you get the posh room? Look at that.
I'm posh.
Hey?
Because I'm posh.
Amazing pub, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Just amazing. Well, we ain't getting through that. That's 800 mil deep. We're on the road between Taroom and Roma. And yeah, that's a bit of a bugger.
We're going to get
Our Asian proctologist.
Yeah. Actually, I need you to poke something back in for me, Doc.
His anchovies just dribbled out of his arse.
Yeah. I might wiggle it in the creek, see if I can catch me yellow belly.
So we've just left Roma and we're heading down to St George, and there's finally some sunshine. We actually, from Krakow we went down to Taroom, and from Taroom we were trying to get to out here to Roma from the Taroom to Roma road, and it was actually flooded. Hey, there's my cousin. So we went about 80 k's out towards Roma, and the Taroom road was flooded, so we had to come back to Taroom, then down to Miles, and then yeah, from Miles we've come across to Roma this morning. We finally got some rain. The boys are happy, they're pumped. Where's Rolly? There's Rolly. There he is. Woohoo! Holy crap, have a look at this behemoth. What is that? Oh, it's a big combine harvester. Wow. That was huge. Massive case combine harvester. So green out here too, it's wonderful. They've had a fair bit of rain, so great for the farmers. Oh, lots of beautiful feed for the cattle. I just love being out bush out here. It's just love the feeling it gives you. You have to be out here to sort of understand it, I guess. Yeah, but like I was saying, the road from Krakow down to Taroom is, you come past a place called Isa Gorja. That was a nice bit of road too. From Krakow through to Theodore, then down to Taroom. It's a really nice loop if you go head from Brizzy straight out to Esk, up to Gayndah, up to when you get to Gayndah, don't take the normal road up to Eisvale. Like you'll see at Gayndah, you've got the Grand Hotel at the end of the main street at Gayndah, and you cross the river. It says Rockhampton, Eisvale, and you normally cross the bridge across the river and head up the major highway. Don't do that, just head straight past the Grand Hotel at the end and just follow that road out, because it's the Gayndah Mundubra road, and follow that out and you'll see it branches left or right after, I think it's about 20 or 30 k's, and it's called Mundubra via River Bend. Take that road to the left and follow that to Mundubra, because Mundubra is just below the major highway. It's only like 10 k's extra to Eisvale that way, but man, what a beautiful piece of road. It's really, really nice and well worth doing. So that's the route we done, and then yeah, up to Eisvale and out to Krakow. That's a great road from Eisvale out to Krakow. Really nice, real pretty country out through there. It was good to visit Krakow because my cousin's father's, my father and my cousin's father grew up at Krakow as kids, and our grandfather had a timber mill out there in the 40s. So there's a little bit of family history out there. It was just really good to visit out there. It was nice. Such a good pub. It's such a fantastic pub. I'd put it right up on, if you want a good bike trip, yeah, go up to Krakow on the bikes from Brizzy, or down from wherever you are. It's well worth a visit, and it's great country through there, really nice. But this is outback Queensland for us. A lot of long straight drags, but you know, it's beautiful scenery, it's beautiful here.